Hey everyone, this is the Vanilla Investor bringing you simple finance at your fingertips. Let's say this dot represents $1 million. This is what $10 million would look like. This is what $100 million would look like. And this is what $1 billion would look like. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, had a net worth of 340 times this number at its peak. And then there's you. You're probably working a job right now. One that you got from the degree that you studied for in university. You probably don't have much in savings. Your living expenses seem ridiculously high and you feel as though you're not paid enough. You also have credit card debt that needs taking care of. Maybe you're a student studying for a degree that you hope can land a job that brings some good money. You probably don't have any savings, only a pesky student debt hanging above your head. Wealth, getting rich, that all seems like a distant dream. How did they do it, you ask yourself? Seeing all those millionaires, billionaires, especially the ones who got there at such young age. It baffles you. They probably got lucky, or maybe they cheated their way to that money. You are just unlucky. Those dreams you had of buying your favorite sports car and traveling around the world, they'll forever remain that way. Just dreams, nothing more, nothing less. You come to the harsh realization, it's a rigged game and you're on the losing side. But what if I told you that you were wrong? What if there was a way of getting there? An actual equation to wealth, a science behind the way money works. By the end of this video, you'll understand there's a side to the coin that you're not being shown. But I warn you, the road is tough. It's filled with struggle. It's filled with ups and downs. Let me be clear. There are many of you who will not make it to the end of this road. But for those of you that do, at the end of this road lies wealth beyond what you thought you could attain. At the end of that road lies the freedom of never having to worry about money again. Still with me? So what do you really think about money? Is it something you work for? Is it the root cause of all evil? Are you desperate to have more of it? Have you been chasing it most of your life? Truth is, most of what you think about money has been influenced by your upbringing and environment. If you were born into a family that didn't have much money growing up, then you're more inclined to believe that you will not grow up to have much money as well. Or perhaps you went on the complete opposite end and decided to make as much money as you can so that you'll never be in that position again. The fact that your school didn't teach you much about this subject doesn't help things, and because of this, most of you are going to have false beliefs about money that aren't going to help you on this journey. Now stick with me here, because we're gonna have to change the way you've been seeing money your whole life. Hollywood has always had a habit of depicting the wealthy and rich as evil, backstabbing, entitled or corrupt individuals. Question is, have you bought into that stereotype? Many of the well-known ultra-rich are all self-made and rarely inherited anything. Some of the most notable self-made billionaires include Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Sarah Blakely. While others, like Howard Schultz and Oprah Winfrey, are born in poverty and rise up to where they are today. What is it that these people know that you don't? The truth is, the money-making equation you have been taught at school is wrong. Money equals salary earned from a job. Past a certain point, the prospect of getting a job becomes the sole purpose of your education. But what's wrong with that, you ask? Now I'm gonna assume that you want to make money, a lot of money, and in a short amount of time. Then if so, this equation will never get you there. We all have an important resource. Everyone has it, but once it's gone, there's no way of getting more, and that resource is time. In a standard job, the amount of money you can earn is directly proportional to the time you spend doing the work. So if you earn $15 an hour and you work 40 hours a week, then it would take you nearly 32 years to earn a total of $1 million. But this is before any expenses or taxes. Let's also not forget inflation, which will reduce the value of your $1 million. The reality is that on a salary of $15 an hour, you can only be a millionaire at an old age by living frugally, and most of your time has slipped away. You are essentially trading your time for the money, and it isn't even a significant amount of money. So again, you ask yourself, how is it that these millionaires and billionaires made so much money and at such a young age too? The truth is, they have a better equation, a better grasp of the concept of money that you have not figured out yet. Stop chasing money. In a capitalist society, the rules of the game are as follows. You are paid according to the perceived value that you have. The people that perceive your value are the market, consumers of the economy. It can be your friends, family, neighbors. As an example, some complain that basketball players are paid too much, but there must be a reason for players to be paid millions. In the first place, there must be a market for the basketball industry, and people have to see the value in basketball for them to want to spend money on matches and merchandise. If the demand for basketball is high, then guess what? The players that are at the top of their game will be compensated generously for it. It isn't about how hard you work. The cleaner that was sweating and working round the clock every day is paid far less than the accountant sitting behind a desk. Why? Because the market perceives the value of what the cleaner does to be far less than the accountant. Although it is harsh, the truth is the cleaner can be replaced by anybody. It isn't difficult to learn how to do the job, hence the market will not pay the cleaner more than the accountant, the guy who spent years studying numbers and helped save his clients thousands on taxes. Although we just discussed how getting a wage won't be making you rich in a short amount of time, then how can we increase our perceived value? What is it about people like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk that makes their perceived value so high? 2 words: solving problems. If you take your time to really digest this, you'll see that if one thing solves a problem, then money is thrown at it. $1 million problem solved would make you millions. If it's a $1 billion problem, then the solution will make you billions. For example, Amazon solves the hassle of physically stepping into a store, the hassle of waiting weeks for a delivery, and provides cheaper prices while doing so. Not to mention the other subsidiaries under Amazon and the problems they solve. Jeff Bezos helped solve a $1 billion problem and was awarded favorably for doing so. It sounds almost paradoxical, but if you want money, it isn't money that you should be looking for. You should be looking for problems, and more importantly, solutions to those problems. Once you find that solution, make a business around it. Now I know what you're thinking, this is absurd. If just solving problems and money will appear, then I'm gonna have to be the next Facebook or the next Google, right? You might think you lack the skills or the time or maybe the startup capital. Hold on and just listen to the market around you. What is it that people find frustrating? Could you solve it? And is it worth solving it? The last step of this equation to wealth is finding a scalable solution to the problem. Your solution needs to affect a magnitude of people. Let's say you start your own coffee shop. That's not scalable. You would be constricted to the local area and the footfall of the area your shop is in. But what if it's a franchise now? That's relatively more scalable. Or maybe your solution is a piece of software. Then once you finish building your product, it would be infinitely scalable online without production or shipping costs, as it's all done virtually. Now the same cannot be said for a conventional job, and you better watch out for a job disguised as a business. Now what do I mean by this? Let's say now you want to start your own piano class. This requires your time to generate money. There's only a certain amount of lessons that you can feasibly do in one day, and therefore your income is time-bound. But if you make a small tweak and create online piano courses that can run 24/7, once you create it, then that is scalable. You can see how scaling is important for long-term success in a business. Automation also plays a key role. Systems and processes will keep your business running like a smooth machine if implemented properly. If there is something in your business that you can outsource to somebody else or hire an employee to do it for you, assuming it makes sense financially for you, do it. Tasking yourself with everything is a bad thing. As much as you may think you're the best, there's someone out there that can do a better job than you. Once you've found a solution, it's your job to make sure that solution can be accessed by everyone in your market. It's not about your ego, and it's not about what you're passionate about. The market doesn't care about your passions. So now that you have your profitable business running with the right systems and processes in place, it's time to move on and reap what you sow. There are two likely paths you're going to face at this point. You either continue your business or cash in and sell it. This is the acquisition, the moment someone buys the solution that you spent years building a business around. This is Instagram being acquired by Facebook for $1 billion, or PayPal being sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Or you could choose to continue running your business. Well, there's a multitude of reasons for you wanting to do so. Maybe you love the company that you built and you want to stick with your baby. Or maybe you think you can add more value to the company and sell it down the line for more than it's currently worth. Or maybe it's a combination of these. Either way, you did it. You solved a problem that the market wanted solving, and it awarded you favorably for doing so. So now what? What was it all for anyway? For most of you, it was never about the money. Money is just a piece of paper, a number on a screen. Buying your dream car, traveling around the world. It's the freedom that you were looking for. Your destination wasn't anything monetary related. It was the ability to do what you want whenever you wanted without ever having to think, can I afford this? Have I used up all my holidays for the year? How am I going to pay the bills? Will I be able to live off my pension? The most important lesson from this video was never about the nature of money. It was about the one valuable resource that we all have. The one resource we'll never be able to reclaim. Time. It's also important to come back to the original point that I made at the start of this, which is that most people will not succeed for various reasons. But the most important part is failing. Failing fast and moving on to the next thing. And if you're out there doing something that isn't strictly related to a business, but you want it to make money, then ask yourself this: what problems am I solving? This could lead you to find ways of better monetizing whatever it is that you're doing, and that also includes a job or maybe side hustles you're pursuing. If you have been motivated and would like to look for ideas on what side hustles that you can pursue, then check out this video where I list out 12 side hustles based on different age groups here.